I'm going to give you a demonstration or kind of a outline of what spindle rail is. So currently, if you look, we have a small rail system here, which this would be what your soil rail would be in your facility. So we have rail 1 and rail 2. If you look over here, this would be where the wash aisle sensor would be, so you would know what sling was actually going into your wash aisle. Here we have another sensor, which would be an empty sling return. This sensor would tell you when the goods were actually washed and off your wash floor. The sensor here would represent the soil lift. So we don't have an actual lift here, but this is the sensor that would be at your lift to designate what would be going to each of your storage rails. Now I'm going to demonstrate how our spindle rail system actually incorporates into your current rail system. So if you look, we have a screen here. So the screen currently shows what goods are on the rail. In your plant, without this system, you would not know what goods were on which of your rails. Now we can accommodate as many rails as you have in your plant. We just tie in and set up our system accordingly. So right now I'm going to give you a demonstration of how spindle rail actually functions in your facility. Every plant will have a system very similar to this, where they're going to call sling bags off to the wash floor. So right now I'm going to select rail 1 and I'm going to index the sling off. Now that sling is currently going into your wash aisle. So as you see, it's past the wash aisle sensor. Now, if I go back and refresh this, you can see now that sling is in your wash aisle. So you know that bar towels has made it into your wash aisle. At this point, I'm going to demonstrate once the sling has actually been washed. So right now, I'm going to bring it past the empty sling return, and it's going to go into the soil lift queue. Now as you can see on the wash aisle, the sling has disappeared. Now there's a sling in queue, and this would be where your scale would be. So you would have your scale on the ground, you would weigh it and then raise it. So I'm going to demonstrate and show you over here real quick. We have a simulated scale. So the simulated scale is just so we can incorporate and show you kind of what would happen in your plant in a normal basis. So now I am going to actually send this sling to a rail. So to do that in the spindle rail system, I go to lifts and I'm going to hit the scan bag button. There's a few options here. I'm going to select an option, so I'm going to send white aprons to the system. So at that point, it's going to go to soil rail 1. Now you can change and send it to whatever rail you want to send it to, but as a default, we set different classifications up to go to different rails based on your specifications. So now I'm going to hit get weight. As you can see right now, the actual weight of the goods is 213 pounds. The minimum is 200 and the preferred is 225. So we're right in between. The max is 250. Spindle rail will not let you lift a bag if it's above the max or below the minimum. So this will help you improve efficiencies throughout your plant. So right now I'm going to accept it because it's within parameters. And now I'm going to enable lift. And now the lift is engaged. And as you'll see, it's going to go to the rail that I designated it to.